Good morning. How is everybody doing? Can you hear the dog barking in the background? I just saw a few of them. It's a beautiful morning, a little bit chilly, but it's all right. I'm not going to complain. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. There is no need to complain, really. Um, so I once again wasn't sure what to talk about today. So for some reason, I want to talk about freedom today. And it's because I've had lots of conversations with um, different entrepreneurs this week about having a normal job and running a business and transitioning and all that kind of things. So years ago, when I got my first corporate job, I absolutely loved it. And if someone asked me at the time if I loved my job, I would have said yes. I don't know what was I thinking. And I when I talk to someone about their jobs, and they often say, "Well, I like my job. It's all right," as but they don't sound sincere. It's like people are saying these things to make themselves feel better, even even if their jobs are not great. Everyone who goes to work knows deep down that this is a dead end situation working for someone else. And the funny thing is, people would rather stay stuck in a job that takes their time and money away from them and their lives. And they wouldn't even consider coming up with another option, because there is always another option. You just have to find it. But it's too, I think, because going to work, it takes so much time and energy. People don't even have time to come up with another idea. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. Anything is possible if you put your mind into it. But maybe not everybody is equipped. I don't know. And going back to the freedom subject, the topic even. When you work for someone else, you are not exactly free. Someone else is in control of your time and money. You need to ask for permission to take a day off, or to go to the doctor, or to spend time with your family, or whatever it may be. I have had colleagues who, for whatever reason, assume that they have to stay late after work, and they got upset when nobody else wanted to do this. It's part of the programming. People think that when they're too dedicated, when they give more than they should, they will receive more. Well, that's not always the case, because when you work for someone else, you're an asset. You know, if your employer is not happy with what you do, or if you're misbehaving, or God forbid you express your opinion about something, they'll find a way to get rid of you. And in today's world, we have so many ways to communicate with one another, and yet people are afraid to say as it is. Or, if you remember the events from 5 years ago, I'm not going to mention the particular events because I refuse to talk about it. And freedom of speech is still under threat, in fact. I've been censored. I know a lot of people who have been censored because they just say as it is. And when you work for someone else, what I've discovered working for a corporation for a long time, there is no freedom of choice. And by the way, if anybody has any different opinion on the topic, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear people's opinions about freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of enjoying life, freedom of being in control of your own time and money. You know, the little things in life that for whatever reason, if you tell someone, they get really pissed off. I remember before I quit my job, I used to say to my so-called manager, I choose not to do this, I choose not to do that. And of course, he didn't like it, got me into trouble. And people don't like when you say as it is, when you say that you actually have a choice, when you remind them. My husband got arrested the other week. Oh, I know who you are. I'll send you a message when I get home. Yeah, I've got something to tell you. I did say I was channeling you. I sent a message to Debbie, but I'll message you when I finish, if you don't mind. And things like this. I don't want to get political, by the way, on this life. But I just want to encourage people to grow up here, because it's about time, okay? No managers and nobody can tell you what to do and how to live your life, okay? You have free will and nobody can take this away from you. And I am a business coach, I'm a healer, and when I start working with someone, I never tell them what to do. I guide them and I ask them to think for themselves, but I would never tell them what to do. And people don't realize that. They expect, we've been so programmed by the system. We expect to be told to do anywhere we go. Have you noticed when you get on the train or go in the public toilet, wash your hands? Really? Someone needs to tell you to wash your hands? Actually, that was one of the first things I noticed when I came to England. All these silly signs, get your feet off the seat. Why would I put my feet on the seat while I'm on the train? What was I talking about? I lost track. Yeah, and there is this campaign at the moment. I said I wasn't going to be political, and I think I'm going that way by accident. There is this campaign, or whatever it's called, in England. People are putting England's flag or Great Britain's flags. We've got England's flag outside our house. My husband is English, and he first bought the flags before we legally got married. So we legally got married on the 6th of May, which in Bulgaria, where I'm from, is St. George's Day. So he said, okay, then we're gonna buy a flagpole, and we're gonna buy the Bulgarian flag and the English flag, and we're gonna put them outside. And that's what we did. It was really nice. So, and I see people around our area, our Derby. Where else did we go last week? We saw flags everywhere. But that's not good enough, okay? It's very nice to put your flag out there, but that's not good enough, okay? Start standing up for yourself. It is putting the English flag or the British flag. It's definitely the step forward, but at some point you need to take more positive actions. And this is how you get your freedom back. This is how you stop working for someone else and wait for someone else to tell you what to do. You know, if you don't know what business you want to do, well, start asking yourself, what business do I want to run? Hi, Heather. Nice to see you. How are you doing? And freedom is very precious, but I think we take it for granted. Things have definitely improved over the last 5 years. I have seen more and more people looking for ways to live their 9-to-5 life, which is incredible. which is something I work with small businesses, and I love seeing their desire to break free from the matrix, because one of the first steps to leave the matrix is exactly that, to quit your job and start your own business. And uh, yeah, um, I don't know if this life was a bit of a rant. Maybe I just needed it to I needed to have a bit of a rant this morning. But I hope this life makes people think and sit down and think about what is going on in their lives. Because life is amazing. You know, life is beautiful. We are all unique creatures. And if we allow to other people to suppress us, or the system to suppress us, things are not going to get better. At the end of the day, like I said, we all have free will. No one can take this away from us. And yeah, just think about that. You all have choices to make, and it's you have the freedom to make the right choices. And if you make the wrong choices, so what? Don't call it a failure. Call it a learning. Call it a lesson. And yeah, that's it, I think, for today. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I need to figure it out. But I'm usually very spontaneous with my life, which seems to be working quite nicely. This week on my podcast on YouTube, if you go to my bio, my website is there, linked to my website. On my website, all of my social links are available. If you go to my YouTube channel, this week's podcast was about money and manifestation. I have recorded a new course, which is called Mastering the Art of Manifesting. I'm still debating whether to upload it or to record it again. I think I'm just going to upload it. I don't know, see how it feels. I want to launch it next week because I know there's a lot of people who want to learn more about manifesting, and I just want to help them. Yeah, that's all. And look how beautiful the sun and the trees are. Look at that. So yeah, that's it from me for today. Thanks for everybody who joined me this morning. And I wish you everybody who is watching, who is going to watch later today, an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Bye.